You've probably heard it a million times. You have to invest. But what if I told you the order in which you invest your money could literally be the difference between a comfortable retirement and losing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars? Well, today, we're going to unpack the mathematically smartest sequence for investing, a roadmap that, honestly, most people get completely backward.
This quote from our source material just nails the problem, doesn't it? Have you ever felt that pull? The temptation to jump on the latest hot stock or crypto while kind of ignoring that nagging credit card bill? Yeah, it's a super common mistake, but it's like trying to build a mansion on top of quicksand.
And here's the shocking reality of that weak foundation. The median emergency savings for an American is just $500. I mean, for a lot of people, that's not even a full car payment. It just goes to show you how financially fragile most of us are. You simply can't build real wealth when one flat tire can throw you into a total debt spiral. But hey, don't worry, there is a clear path out of this mess. In this explainer, we're going to walk you through the whole plan step by step. We'll start with escaping that quicksand and end with building a complete, stable financial house. So let's dive right into that quicksand problem. See, when you invest before you've handled things like high-interest debt or a basic emergency fund, you're building on a totally unstable foundation. And the opportunity cost here is just massive. Think about it. Every single dollar you're paying in credit card interest is a dollar that's actively working against your future wealth. To fix this, we have to start by building our financial bedrock. These next few steps are the absolute, non-negotiable first moves. Getting this part right makes everything that comes after it not just possible, but way, way more powerful. All right, so the very first piece of that bedrock is an emergency fund, and we're going to tackle it in nice, manageable chunks. Forget about that overwhelming save 3 to 6 months of expenses rule for a minute. Your first goal is simple. Save $1,000 and do it fast. Then push for $2,000. This isn't just about the money. It's about creating a psychological safety net that is absolutely vital. And get this, data from Vanguard shows that having just $2,000 in savings is linked to a 21% higher score in financial well-being. That is the single biggest boost to financial peace of mind they've ever measured. This little buffer is what stops you from making really bad, panic decisions when life, inevitably happens. Okay, once that shield is in place, we go to war with what the source material calls financial cancer, high-interest debt. Think of it this way. Paying off a credit card that's charging you 22% interest is the exact same thing as earning a guaranteed, tax-free 22% return on your money. No stock, no crypto, no nothing can promise you that. It is the highest, safest return you will ever get, period.
Now, there is one and only one exception to the rule of paying off all your high-interest debt first, and it's so important it gets its own section. We are talking about claiming what is essentially free money.
If your job offers a 401k match, that is a 50 to 100% immediate return on your money. You just can't leave that on the table, even if you have 22% credit card debt. So here's the strategy. It's really simple. Contribute just enough to get the full match. Then, immediately pivot every other extra dollar you have back to destroying that high-interest debt. Oh, and always be aware of your company's vesting schedule. Okay, take a breath. Your foundation is now secure. You've killed the worst of the debt, you've claimed your free money. Now we enter the tax-advantaged zone, and the goal here shifts from just survival to optimization. We're going to protect your growing wealth from getting eaten alive by fees and taxes. So, right after you've secured the 401k match, your very next step is not to max out that 401k. Instead, you're going to open an IRA. And why is that? Well, because a lot of corporate 401k plans are just filled with high-fee funds. The source uses a perfect metaphor here. They act like termites in a wooden house, slowly and silently destroying your future returns. So what exactly are these termites? They're called management fees. They're these small percentages, maybe 1 or 2%, that don't really sound like much. But compounded over decades, these little fees can consume tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars of your money. An IRA gives you control. It lets you pick ultra-low-cost funds, which is like fumigating your financial house. And inside these accounts, you've got a big choice, traditional or Roth. It really just boils down to a pretty simple question. When do you want to pay your taxes? If you're early in your career and you expect your income to go up a lot over time, you're probably in a lower tax bracket now than you will be in retirement. If that's you, the Roth option is incredibly powerful. You pay the taxes now at your lower rate, and all of that growth and your withdrawals later on are completely tax-free. It's basically a bet on your own future success. Next up is retirement's secret weapon, the Health Savings Account, or HSA. Now, if you're eligible for one of these, it is arguably the most powerful investment account that exists. It's got this unique triple tax advantage. Your contributions are tax deductible, the money grows tax-free, and your withdrawals for medical expenses are also tax-free. It's the only account that gives you a tax break at every single stage of the game. So, let's see how this all comes together. It is only after you've maxed out your IRA and your HSA that you should even think about going back to your 401k to contribute more. The very last stop on this journey is a standard taxable brokerage account. And we saved this for last for one really important reason. That reason is called tax drag. In a normal taxable account, you're paying taxes on dividends and capital gains every single year. It constantly slows down your compounding growth. The source material compares it to trying to run a race with sand in your shoes. I mean, sure, you're still moving forward, but it's so much less efficient. And here's what that sand in your shoes actually costs you over the long term. Let's say you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years. In a tax-advantaged account, that could grow to nearly $944,000. That same investment in a taxable account, slowed down by tax drag, ends up closer to $700,000. That is a staggering $244,000 difference, all because you got the order wrong. Okay, I know that was a lot of information, so let's put it all together. We are going to recap this entire sequence into one clear, actionable plan. This right here is the optimal order for building sustainable, long-term wealth. So, here it is, the exact order to follow. First, secure your psychological shield with a $2,000 emergency fund. Second, annihilate all high-interest debt, anything over 8%. Third, capture that incredible 100% return from your employer match. Fourth, max out your IRA to control your fees, and then max out your HSA for that triple tax advantage. It is only then, as step 6, that you go back to max out your 401k. And finally, any money left over can go into a flexible taxable account. And that brings us to our final and maybe most important question for you. This whole sequence isn't about chasing shiny, exciting stocks. It's about building a solid, unshakable foundation. So you have to ask yourself, which one of these boring foundational steps are you currently skipping in favor of a shiny investment? Because your future self will definitely thank you for building your house on solid rock, not on quicksand.